Hi everyone, welcome to our forum. Um, I'm hoping is a good time from wherever you're watching this. I'm hoping all is well with you on the other end of this video. And if all is well with you, do not lose hope. Things always have to get better. That's just how life is. For every good, there's a bad. For every bad, there's a good. It's cyclical. Things are never stagnant. So give yourself hope. Be strong. Pray. Understand that God is with you, and He will see you through any situation it is that you're going through. So don't let up. Hang in there, and in due time you're going to smile. If at all you're in tears. So personally, I've also been there. I'm tackling challenges as they come. I'm maneuvering. I'm happy with the way things are. And I'm working towards refining and bettering myself, refining and bettering my life and that of my family. And I'm happy. I'm generally I'm happy. I've been going through a period where I can say that is, how do I put it? A period of uncertainty. I'm at a stage where I don't know what life has for me tomorrow. I've been having some expectations which I haven't realized yet. And I have to admit that there are times that I feel a little disappointed. Perhaps sometimes I get to feel like, I've made rash decisions in arriving into some conclusions and leaving myself hanging, But then I remind myself that, in everything you can never be too ready. So, and then, periods of uncertainty, sometimes self-doubt can creep in. So I give myself heart that that's life, and that along the way I'll just figure out something. I know that God is with me and He'll guide me through this. So today I have my scriptural book here with me, the Bible, the book of Ecclesiastes, which says there's a time for everything. That everything that happens in this world happens at the time God chooses. He sets the time for birth and the time for death, the time for planting and the time for pulling up, the time for killing and the time for healing, the time for tearing down and the time for building. He sets the time for sorrow and the time for joy, the time for mourning and the time for dancing, the time for making love and the time for not making love, the time for kissing and the time for not kissing. He sets the time for finding and the time for losing, the time for saving and the time for throwing away, the time for tearing and the time for mending, the time for silence and the time for talk. He sets the time for love and the time for hate, the time for war and the time for peace. What do we gain from all our work? I know the heavy burdens that God has laid on us. He has set the right time for everything. He has given us a desire to know the future, but never gives the satisfaction of fully understanding what He does. I think I'm just going to stop there, that God gives us the desire for knowing the future. So whatever it is that you have as a desire. You have that desire for knowing it, but He'll not give you the desire of fully understanding. Just know that the same way those iterations are, that there's a time for everything. There's a time for everything, and you have to believe in that. That there's a time for everything. There's a time for crying and a time for laughing. There's a time for healing and there's a time for tearing. There's a time for mending and there's a time for you know it's clear from the verses that I've just read. And so, in essence, what the book of Ecclesiastes is saying is that God understands, God knows whatever it is that you're going through. That time it was set aside by God, and whatever it is that is coming, that time has also been set by God. So yours is just to trust in the process, trust in your journey, trust that everything will blossom and bloom in divine timing. So that's my message for you today. Until next time.